Okay, so what I'm about to say might sound a little crazy, maybe even like science fiction, okay? Listen up. A car that doesn't just drive you places, but powers the place you live. I know. Tech expert Jennifer Jolly shows us how your car might just help save you and the grid sooner than you think. Good morning, Jennifer. So great to see you.
It is so great to be here. It really does sound like science fiction, but I have just put this all to the test with the GMC Sierra EV AT4. So here's how it works. The power goes out. Your vehicle doesn't just sit in the driveway. It becomes a generator powerful enough to run your entire home. Lights stay on, Wi-Fi stays up, the essentials keep going, all from that battery in your EV. And to put it to the test, it just happened here. Our first big windstorm of the year. The power goes down, but we didn't skip a single beat. I'm talking the fridge, it stayed cold, ice cream didn't melt, the heat was on, CPAP worked, kind of all the things. And since 1 in every 4 homes now loses power every year, with outages expected to be some 3 times worse by 2030, well, GM and several other automakers are really kicking this trend off and doubling down on this massive shift toward this kind of vehicle to grid push. It's really interesting.
Oh, very. Okay, so Jennifer, how many people actually need this or will be using it?
Well, more than you might think, because a lot of people have EVs that 95% of the time, they're just kind of sitting idle in your garage, in your parking spot. So the key to all of this is the GM Home Energy System right over my shoulder here. It looks kind of like this sleek series of cool cabinets, but it's actually the brain and the backbone of the setup. And the best way I can describe it is kind of like a personal ATM for power. You can deposit energy from the grid when it's cheap, or from your solar panels during the day, but then you can withdraw that power at night or during peak prices or when the grid goes down. And when your EV plugs in with this vehicle to home bi-directional capability, you've got this second supersized ATM account of sorts that can keep the essentials running for days, not just 1 or 2, but several, depending on how you use it.
Oh, okay. So then do we need this exact truck or will any electric vehicle work for this?
Nearly every single GM vehicle, whether it's a truck or a car or an SUV, already does this. And we're seeing more and more every single day. And a lot of people don't realize this, but your local utility company might actually have quite a few perks in store if you use your EV in smarter ways. Things like special overnight charging rates or rebates just for plugging in. Those can be huge money and sanity savers. I know that GM Energy is teaming up across the country to make sure drivers get those savings, extra peace of mind. So be sure to check in with your local utility company, and you might be surprised at just what's rolling out for you. I know in Connecticut alone, upfront rebate up to $16,000 plus $2,100 a year. That basically pays for the entire system and pays you back over time. Programs like these popping up all over the place. And think about it when you really kind of put your mind to it. Americans drive their cars on only about an hour a day. That leaves them idle for 95% of the time. Electric vehicles are giant roving batteries that on most days are only using a fraction of their juice. So now putting this to work for that aging and kind of struggling grid, kind of genius.
It truly is. Okay, so Jennifer, where can our viewers go for more information and kind of just dive a little bit further into electric vehicles and everything that they truly have to offer?
You can go to my website at techish.com, or you can go straight to GM at gmenergy.gm.com. Lots of news outlets doing stories on this right about now. So it might be the first time you've ever heard of this bidirectional charging using an EV to power up your house, but it is not the last.
Awesome. Jennifer, thank you so much for your time and all this great information.
Thank you.
All right. Our friends from the Ozarks Literacy Council will join us next to talk about their upcoming trivia night. You don't want to miss it. We'll be back.